Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to McAllister Fieldhouse. Our commencement ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. At this time, we ask that you please take your seat and silence your mobile phone. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the class of 2023 and remain standing while the platform party takes the podium and through the national anthem.
Good morning, and welcome to the Citadel's 154th Commencement. I am Sally Selden, the Provost and Dean of the College, and today we celebrate the achievements of the unstoppable class of 2023. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to today's celebration. The class of 2023, standing before you today, is comprised of 574 cadets from 41 states across our nation and 4 countries across the world. This class is outstanding through the common bonds of honor, duty, and respect, the core values of a Citadel graduate. And it is a very special class to me as we entered together as my first year as provost, and we persevered through COVID, a truly extraordinary class. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Lieutenant Colonel Aaron Meadows, chaplain to the South Carolina Corps Cadets, followed by the national anthem played by the regimental band under the direction of Colonel Timothy Smith.
Congratulations, class of 2023. Would y'all all join me in a word of prayer? Almighty God, the source and sustainer of our light, strength, hope, and truth, we give you thanks for the blessings you have bestowed upon our institution and these cadets graduating today. We give thanks that they have successfully run their course as cadets here at the Citadel and can now receive their prize. We join them in their joy for reaching this graduation milestone. Our prayer for them today echoes what many of them have prayed throughout their cadet careers. We pray that as they leave this institution, they would remain sincere in their fellowship, unswerving in their duties, and continue to find joy in purity and allow their faith to undergird with a confidence that will help transform this world for the better. Lord, we pray that you would continue to humble their hearts, that you would clarify and empower the steadfast purpose you have given them, that you would revive in them a joyful hope and readiness to endure hardships and suffer if they need be, that your truth and your will may be done in their lives and in all our lives. We pray this to you, Heavenly Father, for yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forever. Amen.
Please be seated. Our college marshal, Dr. Joel Berlingeri, and our cadet marshals will now exit. It is an honor for me to introduce the 20th President of the Citadel, General Glenn Walters, United States Marine Corps retired, Citadel class of 1979. He returned to his alma mater in 2018 after serving as the 34th Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, the second ranking officer in the Marines, his final assignment in a distinguished 39-year military career. General Walters served as a naval aviator and test pilot and in every command and staff role at all levels. Please join me in welcoming General Walters.
Please join me in a round of applause and thank you for Lieutenant Colonel Tim Smith for the regimental band and their splendid performance. Members of the class of 2023, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you to this great event. To the class of 2023, congratulations. Please accept Gail's and my best wishes as you depart and serve your communities and our great nation. I offer special greetings to the families of our graduates. I know that many of you have traveled great distances to be here today, and you've sacrificed much to get your cadet to this point. The individual alone makes a Citadel journey, but they do so with the support of parents, family, and friends. So I offer you my congratulations on this very special day. The day you and your cadet thought would never come has arrived. Gail and I have enjoyed getting to know the class of 23 and their families, and we wish you all the best. I cannot say enough about your performance these last 4 challenging years. Our school is not easy under the best of circumstances. Yet the class of 23 endured and excelled through some historical challenges. Your knob year was shortened by COVID. I vividly recall the emergency recognition day and the challenges of sophomore year held. Most everyone will tell you that sophomore year isn't easy in normal times, but you hung tough and became leaders of the next generation of Citadel cadets. Well done. I invite Dr. Selden to continue the ceremony.
I will now introduce the distinguished guests on the platform. I will ask them to stand briefly as I call their name. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Colonel Dylan Goff, class of 2002, Chair, Board of Visitors. Major General John Grinnells, United States Marine Corps, retired, 18th President of the Citadel. Colonel Pete McCoy, class of 74, Vice Chair, Board of Visitors. Colonel Allison Dean Love, the Citadel Graduate College, class of 93, Board of Visitors. Colonel Gene Penson, class of 72, Board of Visitors. Colonel J.C. Dominic, United States Air Force, retired, class of 71, Board of Visitors. Colonel Jimmy Nicholson, class of 85, Board of Visitors. Colonel Greg Delaney, class of 74, Board of Visitors. Colonel Bob Lyon, class of 71, Board of Visitors. Colonel Bill Connor, United States Army, retired, class of 90, Board of Visitors. Colonel Trez Smith, MD, class of 98, Board of Visitors. Ms. Deb Hartgrove, designated representative of the State Superintendent of Education. Colonel Billy Jenkinson, class of 68, member emeritus, Board of Visitors. Colonel Doug Schneider, class of 82, member emeritus, Board of Visitors. Colonel Tom Gordon, United States Marine Corps, retired, class of 91, Commandant of the Corps of Cadets. Dr. Brian Madison Jones, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. Darren Zimmerman, Dean of the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics. Dr. Andrew Williams, Dean of the School of Engineering. Dr. Michael Weeks, Dean of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business. Dr. Evan Ortlieb, Dean of the Zerker Family School of Education. Dr. Kevin Bauer, Associate Provost and Dean of General Studies. And Mr. John McAleer, Class of 72, President of the Citadel Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming these distinguished guests who, through their shared leadership, contributed to the success of the Citadel and the class of 2023. Our speaker and honorary degree recipients will be introduced later in the program. We are pleased to have 56 Citadel alumni who will present diplomas to their family members. Will these Citadel alumni please rise and let us welcome you with a round of applause. Graduation Day places the spotlight on the primary mission of the institution, academic achievement. As a college, we understand that the greatest tool in any military engagement or civilian career is one's mind. The faculty devoted their efforts to engage and challenge our students during their time here. Many people are involved in educating principal leaders, and I'd now like to introduce several of them. First, the academic leadership team of the Citadel. The deans, please rise, academic department heads, and chair of the Senate faculty. Please rise and be recognized. Also present are representatives of the more than 200 talented and dedicated Citadel faculty. Will you please rise and be recognized? At this time, it is my pleasure to ask Cadet Major Kyle Goodwin, Senior Class President, to come forward and to give remarks on behalf of the class of 2023. Please join me in welcoming Cadet Goodwin.
As I was sitting guard in battalion one day, Chief Pena came up to me and started a conversation like he does with everyone he encounters, being the personal and professional leader that we all know. Except this time, his tone was a little more serious. How do I know that? Well, he didn't immediately mention his Buffalo Bills or his days training with David Goggins, nor did he start romanticizing about one of his many, many overseas escapades. Instead, he said, "Do me a favor and don't let being a cadet be the hardest thing you do in life. The Citadel is quite the challenge, but it is meant to prepare you for the many more that will come. Don't avoid those challenges just because you got through this one." And what I think he meant is that we have not endured the last 4 years of our lives here just to get a diploma and see it proof as a successful life. A diploma is not the reason we spent countless nights studying well after TAPS while still getting up at 5 a.m. for PT, or the reason we starched and ironed our uniforms or shined our brass and shoes, and it's certainly not the reason we spent Friday nights cleaning every inch of our room for an inspection on Saturday morning. No, if we thought success was just a diploma, we would have gone anywhere else. Instead, we chose to be dropped off here on that hot, rainy Charleston day 4 years ago. And if we didn't know what to expect then, we quickly realized what we're in store for. It was no secret that the next 4 years were going to be the equivalent of crawling through one giant marsh. When you think about it, the Citadel and marshes have a lot in common. They're both native to Charleston, and if you ask anyone who's been in either, they'll tell you the same thing. It looks nice and peaceful from the outside, but once you're in it, all you want to do is get out. Because under the majestic grasses and reeds blowing in the wind of a marsh lies something called pluff mud. Who in here knows what I'm talking about? You probably smelled it on your way in today. It's stinky, gooey, and if you get caught in it, it's the South's version of quicksand. If any of you have ever had the pleasure of wading through it, you know there's no bottom, and getting out seems impossible. I think this is the perfect analogy for our time here at the Citadel. Yes, living in a White Castle on the banks of the Ashley River seems like a fairy tale, but the pluff is what hits you the moment you step through Lizane Gate in August. It hits you at 4 a.m. when you hear the bagpipes play for the first time, and again when you're preparing to go down to a squad line knowing you're going to get yelled at. And again during your 8 a.m. classes where it seems impossible just to keep your eyes open. And it especially hits every time you have to take that dreaded exit 219 after a nice long furlough. If you let it, the pluff can surround you pretty quickly and take you down. But we also know that going through the pluff has its rewards. While wading through it, you meet an endless number of creatures, something that the Citadel has no short supply of. Those creatures, a special shout out to Victor Company, turned out to be some of the best friends that one could ask for. All joking aside, I think the pluff we went through these last 4 years has helped us admire the beautiful marsh that we now see before us. We endured this journey not for the diploma, but because we know that to enjoy the marsh, you first have to go through the pluff. We know this marsh has prepared us for the many that we'll face in life. And now, as we turn and seek our next marsh, we must make the decision to either avoid the pluff or to jump right into it. If you wear the ring, the choice is obvious. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and remember, always embrace the pluff. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet Goodwin. We now come to the presentation of special awards. Celebrating outstanding academic achievement across all 4 years, our first award of the day is the Scholarship Medal, the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award. Each year, the Scholarship Medal and the First Honor Graduate Award are presented to the senior cadet who has attained the highest academic standing in the class based on the total college record. The Cadet Scholarship Medal and the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award will be presented by Colonel Penson, member of the Board of Visitors. This year's First Honor Graduate is Cadet Captain Emily Lund. Will you please come forward?
Cadet Emily Lund from Raleigh, North Carolina. Earned a perfect grade point average of 4.0, majoring in intelligence and securities with a minor in political science. She was a member of the 2023 Honor Committee, member of the Regimental Band, served as the Plans and Programs Deputy Commander of the Air Force ROTC Unit, and earned the Award for Academic Excellence. Upon graduation, Cadet Lund will attend the Air Force Intelligence School at Goodfellow Air Force Base in San Angelo, Texas. It is my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award to Cadet Emily Lund. Congratulations.
The next award is the David Shingler Spell's Second Honor Graduate Award, to be presented to the senior cadet who has attained the second highest academic standing in their class based on the total college record. Both the first and second honor graduates receive an inscribed plaque and a stipend. The David Shingler Spell's second honor graduate will be presented by Colonel Penson. The second honor graduate is Cadet Major Dylan Wood. Cadet Wood, please come forward.
Cadet Dylan Wood from Akron, Indiana, earned a perfect GPA of 4.0 in mechanical engineering. He was a four-year National Naval ROTC scholarship student and served as Regimental Operations Officer for the Corps of Cadets this year, following his service to First Sergeant in Golf Company. He was also a member of the 2023 Junior Sword Arch. Additionally, Cadet Wood was a published officer in the Gold Star Journal Review. Upon graduation, Cadet Wood will attend flight school in Pensacola, Florida, and participate in the Naval Postgraduate School's Masters in Mechanical Engineering program. It is my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell Second Honor Graduate Award to Cadet Dylan Wood.
The next award is the John O. Wilson Ring. Dr. John O. Wilson was a Citadel graduate, class of 1862, and a cavalryman in Company F, 6th South Carolina Cavalry, a unit made up of Citadel cadets. He became a successful lawyer, preacher, and editor, and served as the second president of Lander College in Greenwood, South Carolina. He established a fund for the John O. Wilson Ring in 1911. The coveted John O. Wilson Ring is given each year in honor of the late Dr. Wilson to the senior cadet voted by classmates as the finest, purest, and most courteous member of the class. Colonel Goff, Chair of the Board of Visitors, will present this award. The 2023 recipient of the John O. Wilson Ring is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Blake Giles. Cadet Giles, please come forward.
The class of 2023 voted to award the Wilson Ring to Blake Giles from Columbia, South Carolina, receiving his civil engineering degree today. He's excelled in academics and the military, earning Dean's List, President's List, and Commandant's List. Additionally, he is a Society of Cincinnati recipient and earned the Cadet Medal of Merit. Because of his outstanding leadership abilities, Cadet Giles was selected to serve as the 4th Battalion Commander, having served as a 2023 Junior Sword Arch Commander and the Summer All Guards Supply Sergeant. Cadet Giles will enter the United States Navy, attending flight school and the Naval Postgraduate School to earn his master's in civil engineering after graduation. In keeping with the long-standing tradition, I'm also presenting you with a letter from last year's recipient of the Wilson Ring, Cody Lee Green. Next year at this time, it will be your responsibility to carry on this tradition by sending a letter to the Wilson Ring recipient from the class of 2024. Congratulations. I invite General Walters back to the podium.
Today, the Citadel is proud to honor two outstanding Americans for significant contributions to the nation and our way of life. The Board of Visitors approved awarding honorary degrees to the following individuals: Colonel Myron Charles Harrington, Jr., United States Marine Corps, retired, and the Honorable George Merle Smith, Jr., Speaker of the House of South Carolina's House of Representatives. Colonel Dylan Goff, Chair of the Board of Visitors, and Brigadier General Sally Selden will assist me in bestowing the honorary degrees. You showed up. Colonel Myron Harrington is a loyal alumnus, patriot, and servant leader, embodying our core values of honor, duty, and respect. He served 3 decades as a Marine officer in Vietnam, Australia, and Lebanon. Colonel Harrington was awarded the Navy Cross and Silver Star for extraordinary heroism during the siege of Hue City and concluded his career as commanding officer of the Citadel's NROTC unit. He became active in education, serving as a headmaster at Trident Academy. Colonel Harrington remained faithful steward to his alma mater, serving on the Board of Visitors, including service as vice chair and chairman. He was also active in many local charities and historic organizations and was named by the governor to the Order of the Palmetto, South Carolina's highest honor. In recognition of a lifetime of service to his nation, state, community, and alma mater, the Board of Visitors is proud to award Colonel Harrington the Honorary Doctor of Leadership degree. The Honorable George Merle Smith, Jr. serves as Speaker of the South Carolina House of Representatives. A graduate of Wofford College and the University of South Carolina School of Law, Speaker Smith first served as a public defender and in private practice representing clients throughout the state. His time in the legislature spans 2 decades and includes past service in the Judiciary Committee and chairmanship of the House Ways and Means Committee. He also served as the House Ethics Committee and was a member of the Judicial Merit Selection Committee. In 2022, he became the 61st Speaker of the South Carolina House of Representatives. He's an active member in charity and professional organizations and is a strong supporter of the Citadel, except for when we beat Wofford. Once. Had to get that in. For his loyalty and service to the state of South Carolina, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award the Honorable George Merle Smith the Honorary Doctor of Public Administration degree. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Senator Lindsey Graham. We are grateful for his service to our state and to our nation, and we thank him for joining us today. Senator Graham served 4 terms in the United States House of Representatives before his election to the Senate. He was the first person to receive over 1 million votes in the history of South Carolina, and he has served on many powerful committees in the Senate. Before being elected to Congress, Senator Graham served on active duty as an Air Force lawyer and a National Guard staff judge advocate. He served in Germany, Iraq, and Afghanistan, finally retiring after 33 years as a colonel. As a veteran, he consistently advocates for our troops and a strong military. Senator Graham is a man of character, has been a champion for the Citadel. The college honored him with a doctorate of public administration in 2008. We are proud he returns here today to share his wisdom with the Corps Cadets and our guests. Please join me in welcoming our esteemed South Carolina Senior Senator, Lindsey Graham.
Thank you all. Thank you. For me to share my wisdom with you will be a very quick speech. I'm in politics, so I don't think. You know, what have we learned? There are a lot of smart kids going to the Citadel. How about a round of applause for the class of 2023. Y'all are like amazing. Number one, you're the first school to ever invite me back, so I'll slip something in the budget for you. But I'm really honored to be here. I'm not around a lot of happy, nice people normally, so graduations are a real welcome break to me. So one thing I want to say, what's the difference between Coronation Day in England and graduation day here in the Citadel? You know what the difference is? It's raining over there, it's clear here. To be king, you have to outlive your mother, which was no easy thing to do. She was a great queen, and I wish King Charles well. But to be a Citadel graduate, you got to be smart and put up with a lot of crap, so congratulations. That's probably true of being king. So I have an honorary degree from the Citadel, and after hearing what your president said, Kyle, is that right? Good deal. You can't run for Senate until you're 30, so just remember that. The only way I would have got a degree from Citadel, it would have been an honorary degree. I think I'd have folded pretty quickly. But I really appreciate the opportunity. I think I'm pretty much the last thing before you get your degree. To all the family members here, I know this is a big, big day for you, and let's have fun and celebrate something that's very hard to do, which is to graduate from the Citadel. When I was talking to General Walters about coming back, he said, we'd just like to have you back, say whatever you want to say on your mind. And the first thing I thought about coming to this graduation is how disruptive America is today. Do you all agree with that? We live in pretty disruptive times. You're going to enter into a workforce where your biggest competition may not be Wofford. It might be a machine. I just got briefed about the potential of artificial intelligence on the economy and the world at large. It's pretty scary, to be honest with you. There's a lot of things going to change in your work lifetime, but the one thing I would suggest to you, have a leg up on any machine or about anybody else, because the one thing I've learned in my business, those that have a moral compass and discipline do very well. Now, one thing you get from the Citadel you wouldn't get anywhere else except a handful of schools is discipline. What's missing in society, I think, is discipline and responsibility. Freedom without, yeah, it is. I mean, discipline. See, freedom without responsibility is chaos. To be conferred free, there has to be a certain level of responsibility. So when I look out at this class, and I meet a lot of young people in this business, particularly in the military, I feel pretty good about the future. Because what you've learned, if you took a photo from the first day you were here to today, what would be the biggest change? You're probably stronger. But you'll have to ask yourself, what did I get out of the Citadel that I didn't have before I came here? You have a lifetime of friendships. You have a degree that matters. When somebody comes into my office and I ask them, where did you go to school, Gene? I went to the Citadel. What's the first thing I think about? Squared away. When you're a Citadel graduate, those who did not attend here recognize that you took a path less traveled. And when somebody tells me they went to the Citadel, I have an instinctively positive impression of the person, because I know for them to be a Citadel graduate, they had to have discipline, responsibility, and respect. So this degree you have means a lot. Don't screw it up. The disruption that exists in America in every phase of our life can get you down. How you approach somebody, what you say. I live in fear of saying the wrong thing. And the wrong thing is hard to define nowadays. So I'm going to be less fearful of saying the wrong thing. I'm going to be intent on saying what I believe. So as long as you're saying what you believe respectfully, you're on the right path. You have, through this experience of being a Citadel cadet, now graduate, learned some of the most invaluable tools that anyone can teach you. Show up for work on time. Be respectful. Understand it's bigger than you. All the trials and tribulations that come with the military aspect of being cadet have given you a leg up on most everybody in America. Because when you go out and you offer yourself in business or in the private sector, the tools that you've acquired here are going to be in great demand. How many of you in business would love to have somebody you can rely upon to show up every day, not steal you blind, and make sure that your business is well represented? A Citadel graduate is going to be in high demand in a disruptive world because you represent stability. In you, we know what we're getting. And what's lacking in this world is stability. In you, we're getting somebody who's well-grounded academically. This is no easy place to graduate from. I made 800, Merrill, on the SAT. That was both parts. I had two choices, being a wide receiver at Georgia or going in politics. And I wasn't fast enough, so here I am. But to get into school is hard. To get through this school is really hard. And once you make it, you got a leg up on everybody else. But last thought, appreciate the ride and the journey. Being in the muck is something you'll remember. You got out of it, so the next time you're in the muck, you'll remember I was in it before I actually got out of it. So the discipline you've acquired as a cadet will serve you well in your personal life, being good husbands and good fathers, being a good wife, being a good mother. Takes a certain amount of discipline. It will serve you well. But my last thought is don't take anything for granted in this world. It is a journey, and it goes by quick. I promise you it goes by quick. And I've had a lot of opportunity in my job to travel around the world and meet all kind of incredible people and interact with our military and do things I never dreamed of before. I was the first in my family to go to college. Neither one of my parents graduated high school. My mom and dad, we owned a restaurant, a liquor store, and a pool room. And you work 6 days a week. You can't afford to get sick because if you don't open up, you don't get paid. And thank God for the blue laws because that was our day off. I tell you that because growing up in the back of the restaurant, I never dreamed this could happen to me. Well, it happened to me because people helped me when I needed it the most. They picked me up when I was down. So a moral conscience, there's no machine can ever take that away from us. And when we lose our way, we always pay a heavy price as an individual. So I started college in 1973 at the University of South Carolina because they were the only ones that would let me go. Go Gamecocks. I graduated in 1977. I got commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. From the time I entered to the time I graduated, I lost both of my parents. I had no idea that my life would be turned upside down in 4 years. That's the thought I want to leave with you. Disruption comes in so many ways. But what gets you through it all is not your degree, it's not the title, it's your family, your friends, and your faith. If you're true to them, the sky's the limit. Go Dogs.
Thank you, Senator Graham, for your inspiring words and service to South Carolina and America. Your words are a fitting capstone to the journey of the class of 2023. Citadel graduates enjoy a well-earned reputation for providing outstanding service to our nation. The ultimate expression of this is answering the call to duty in the military, as Citadel alumni have done since the Mexican-American War of 1846. Yesterday, the class of 2023 had a number of them enter the armed forces. I would ask those officers who were commissioned yesterday to stand up. Please be seated. You guys threw me off. I was supposed to ask for a round of applause. But you already did that. And Senator Graham, I picked up your notes, but there's nothing on them. Pretty good speaking, speak from that page, right? Well, I'll get back to script. I invite Dr. Sullivan to take the podium.
The conferring of degrees to the members of the Citadel class of 2023 will now take place. Each school dean will come forward and ask the candidates in their programs to please stand. Graduates, when your degree program is called by your dean, please rise until all programs within your school have been called. And at the end, Colonel Goff, Board of Visitors Chair, will ask all graduates to stand as one class and confer all degrees. I invite Dr. Brian Madison Jones, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to the podium. Dean Jones.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, English, History, Intelligence and Security Studies, Modern Languages, Political Science, and Psychology please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Darren Zimmerman, Dean of the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry, Computer Science, cyber operations, exercise science, mathematics, nursing, physics, physical education, and sport management, please rise. And will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry also please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I now invite Dr. Andrew Williams, Dean of the School of Engineering, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Computer Engineering, Construction Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the School of Engineering, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Michael Weeks, Dean of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, to the podium.
Good morning. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in Accounting, Finance, Management, Marketing and Business Development, and Supply Chain Management please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you the very best in the future. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Evan Thomas Ortlieb, Dean of the Zucker Family School of Education, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the Zucker Family School of Education, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Selden to resume the program.
Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present these candidates who have been certified by the faculty as having successfully completed all requirements for their respective degrees, and turn the program over to you.
Thank you, Madam Provost. Will the class of 2023 please rise? By the authority vested in me by the General Assembly of South Carolina as Chairman of the Board of Visitors, I confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree for which you have qualified, with all duties, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated. Dr. Selden.
We will now present diplomas to the graduates. Ms. Maria Aslagi, Director of Communications and Marketing for the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, will call the names of each graduate. The graduates will receive their diplomas in the following order. The first and second honor graduates will receive their diplomas, followed by their classmates. Diplomas will be presented alphabetically to all day program graduates, including those currently on active duty with the Armed Forces of the United States, veteran students, and members of the South Carolina Corps of Cadets. Graduating veterans are recognized by the wearing of red, white, and blue cords. In keeping with Citadel tradition, the last cadet to cross the stage will deliver remarks. As they walk across the stage to receive their diploma, their names will appear on the Jumbotron. Graduates becoming lifetime members in the Citadel Alumni Association will be announced as they cross the stage. The membership is vital to the future of the Citadel. One measure of the quality of a college is the success of its graduates. Thank you for reaching back to support the Citadel through your Alumni Association membership on the very day you graduate. Commencement is both a joyful occasion and a solemn event. We ask you to express your excitement in ways that will not prevent others from hearing the speaker and enjoying the ceremony. Will the first and second honor graduates please come forward?
Emily Elizabeth Lund, summa cum laude, Air Force commissionee. Dylan Ray Wood, summa cum laude, Navy commissionee. David Allen Abernathy III. Jose Christian Acevedo. John James Acker IV, CAA Life member. Khalil Bashar Anukula, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Noah Andrew Alberry, summa cum laude, CAA Life member. Neil Flores Aldevera, veteran, U.S. Navy. Adrian Amir Alizadeh, magna cum laude. Jackson Anthony All, cum laude, CAA Life member. John Theodore Alaco, CAA Life member. Jack Allen Alvarez, CAA Life member. Christopher Thomas Ambrosio, CAA Life member. Matthew Henderson Ames. Liam Del Anderson, CAA Life member. Jeremy Ugochukwu Anyim. Shannon Christine Arias, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Thomas K. Atchison, Jr. Trevor Harold Atkins, Army commissionee. Donald Blake Austin, cum laude. Maylena Kim Austin, cum laude. Maya Lauren Aviles. Anthony William Badala. Jace Reed Bear, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Connor John Bailey, cum laude, CAA Life member. Mason Patrick Bailey, CAA Life member. Christopher Franklin Baker II, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. John Francis Baker. Adam Abdallah Balawi, cum laude, Army commissionee. Mary Catherine Valentine, summa cum laude. Clayton Lee Balog, CAA Life member. Austin John Bamberg. Madeline Eve Barbie, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Walker Allen Barber, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Everett James Barkley, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant, Air Force commissionee. Bakari Isaiah Barton. Aaron C. Batolka. Cameron Scott Bates, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Joshua Hughes Baxa, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Porter Thomas Beal, summa cum laude. Justin Holt Beam. Colin James Beck, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Lonnie Gary Bakud III. Brendan Paul Bemis, CAA Life member. Svanko Benchevich. Colby Malone Bennett, CAA Life member. Michael James Berry. Zachary Mason Vieta, Army commissionee. Logan Tate Billings. Wilhelm August Burkholtz, summa cum laude, honors program participant, Army commissionee. Brandon Lawrence Bersner, CAA Life member. Kingsland Wadick Bland Jr., cum laude, CAA Life member. Bradley Garrison Blankenship, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Jacob Chandler Bachnight, CAA Life member. Joseph Tate Bowers, cum laude. Brendan Gregory Bowersox. Imani Tyrese Bowie, Army Commissionee. Benjamin Ian Boyd, Honors Program Participant, Army Commissionee. Ian Robert Bradbury, CAA Life Member. Daniel Luke Brannon, CAA Life Member. Justin Cody Brannon, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Benjamin Josiah Brockington, CAA Life Member. Thornton Albert Brown, cum laude. Tyler Gage Burgess, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Jonah Stephen Burris, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jarrett Christopher Butzer, Army Commissionee. John Edward Cahill III, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Mirabella A. Calabresi, cum laude. Jordan Enrique Camacho, Army Commissionee. Zachary Scott Campbell, summa cum laude, veteran, U.S. Marine Corps. Avery Joseph Kennedy III, cum laude. Madeline Elizabeth Cardenas. Wesley Turner Carlay, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Sebastian Riviera Carlin. Graham Harrison Carpenter, CAA Life Member. Alexandria Francis Carter, cum laude, Honors Program Participant, Navy Commissionee. Jack Vincent Casaza, cum laude. Albert Anthony Castro, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Kurt Harding Caudle, CAA Life Member. Ryan Seaton, veteran, U.S. Marine Corps. Joseph Daniel Chandler, CAA Life Member. Thomas McCall Chapman, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. John Harrison Charles, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Dalton Aaron Chastain. Nathan Glee Chastain, Army Commissionee. Gregory Allen Chavez. Josue Chege, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Christian Jacques Chikroom Jr., magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. Michael Dargan Cherry, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Patrick Thomas Cherry, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Soraya Gabrielle Chestnut, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Hao Peen Cho. Dylan Orion Christmas, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. John Patrick Clark, cum laude. Stephen Burke Clark. Henry Harrison Clark, Army Commissionee. Samuel Sumter Clark, CAA Life Member. Nathan Bradford Clerk, Army Commissionee. Daniel Price Klingenpeel. Tromaine Lee Cobbs. Joshua Landon Cockrell, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Cameron Alexander Cole, Army Commissionee. Hannah Elizabeth Coley, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Caroline Earhart Collins, CAA Life Member, who will be presented her diploma by her father. Grady Harrison Collins, CAA Life Member. Trevor Lee Compton, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. Tristan Wilhelm Connor, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. James Gant Connor, CAA Life Member. William Mellard Connor VI, summa cum laude, Honors Program participant, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Thomas Gordon Conrad, summa cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Zoe Madeline Conrad, cum laude. Jonathan Michael Kuhn. Chase Michael Cody Cooper, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his stepfather. Gabriel Michael Cooperfeld, Army Commissionee. Kelsey Giovanni Cordero, CAA Life Member. Creed Abel Corley, CAA Life Member. Charles Albert Cordy, CAA Life Member, Air Force Commissionee. Noah Joseph Coate. Arista Noel Couture, Air Force Commissionee. Andrew Grayson Crawford, CAA Life Member. Jessica Faye Crawford, who will be presented her diploma by her father. Connor Vincent Comiskey, cum laude. John Andrew Curtis, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Robert Fulton Curtis, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Austin Ryan Kurtzinger, summa cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Carl William Custer, Jr., magna cum laude, honors program participant, Army Commissionee. Michael James Darcy, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Andrew Brent Davis, summa cum laude. James Lawson Day, Jr., who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jadiel Jael de la Torre Palermo, magna cum laude, veteran, United States Navy. Dylan Luca DeCosti, CAA Life Member. Gina Danielle Delancey, CAA Life Member. Catherine Christine DeBoucheray. Brian Sam Brillantes Dela Cruz, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Nathaniel T. Denny, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Hampton Hal Dennis. Micah Elijah Dersh, summa cum laude. Joseph Dominic Desser. John David Dorr II, CAA Life Member. Maximilian Lewis Donegan, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Grant Michael Dowis, cum laude. Terrius Demond Drayton. Leonardo Sebastian Deploy, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Diego Raimundo Duarte, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Tyler August Duben, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Honors Program Participant, Air Force Commissionee. Dice Jerome Duckworth, Marine Commissionee. Marcus Kane Duncan, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee. Stephen Blake Durden, CAA Life Member. John Orville Into Imago, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Jonathan Buchanan Edens, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his family friend. Seth Michael Edwards, summa cum laude, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. William Howard Eggers, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Hakeem Ezekiel Elmore. Dylan Christian Engler. William Carlos Moises Esquero. Matthew Gordon Filoni. McKenna Rose Filarski. David Bailey Fennell. Andrew Michael Finkel, cum laude, Navy Commissionee. Rodolfo Roy Fitzgibbons III. Jacob Matthew Flesher, cum laude. Billy Walker Fletcher, CAA Life Member. Annika Grace Ford, magna cum laude. Kevin Darnell Ford, Jr. Brent Hudgens Forrest, magna cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Heidi Ann Fortin, cum laude. Samuel Wallace Frampton. Kennedy Ryan Fravel, summa cum laude. Grayson Matthew Free. Tristan Davis Freeberg, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Lydia Shaw Freeman, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Caleb Ridley Friend. Cameron Edward Friend. Brian Clinton Furtick, cum laude. North William Gaines, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Kenneth Allen Galsgard, magna cum laude. Garrett Patrick Gamble. Houston Reeves Gambrell. Mancha Gao. Donald Lloyd Garbade, Jr., cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Chase Bentley Garrett, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant, Army commissionee. Jacob Hewitt Garrett, CAA Life member. Robert Wesley Garrett, cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant. Blake Patterson Garwood, summa cum laude. Mia Bell Gervais, Army commissionee. Joshua Scott Gibson, cum laude, CAA Life member. Guy James Gearhart, Jr., CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Thomas Blake Huggins Giles, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Navy commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Noah Nathaniel Gillespie. William Harrison Ginn, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Daniel Lee Gladwell, Jr., CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Sawyer Nelson Gleason, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Timothy Robert Goyke. Hayden Phillips Goldener. Sienna Faye Gonzalez, Army commissionee. Kyle Thomas Goodwin, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Jared Daniel Gorzinski, CAA Life member. Simon Patrick Graff. Isaac Aubrey Graves. Thomas Michael Greeley, CAA Life member, Marine commissionee. Kylie Elizabeth Green, Army commissionee. Amy Renee Green. Bryson Matthew Gregg. Stephen James Griffin, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Catherine Ann Gunther, cum laude. Adam David Gershio, veteran, U.S. Coast Guard. Daniel Lowell Gunn, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Porter Davis Guyton, CAA Life member. Kevin Sadie Haddad, magna cum laude, Marine commissionee. Jackson Alexander Hagewood, cum laude, CAA Life member. William Phillips Hahn, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Frank Nathaniel Hale, CAA Life member, Navy commissionee. Wyatt Dale Hallman, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Henry Thomas Hamilton, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Vincent Randall Hamilton, CAA Life member. Cole Ransom Hammer, CAA Life member. Thomason Michael Barrett Hand, CAA Life member, honors program participant, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joshua Watson Harbert. Hunter Sebastian Hartman, Army commissionee. David Samuel Hawkins. Jacob Christopher Hayes. Justin O'Hara Hedges, cum laude. Tristan Randall Hedrick, CAA Life member. Joshua Frederick Hershey. Nicholas Ryan Hersler, Army commissionee. Charles Andrew Hill. Jackson Foster Hills, Army commissionee. Miranda Jameson Hinderleiter, Army commissionee. Colin Eugene Hinkle, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Brian Thomas Hipp, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Elijah William Holder, magna cum laude, Navy commissionee. Charles Grayson Hopkins. William Lawrence Howe V, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Anna Bridget Hughes, Army commissionee. Tyler Joseph Hughes, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Sarah Renee Hume, cum laude, Army commissionee. Jacob Charles Hunter, CAA Life member. Jacob Gregory Ingo, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. Lillian Greer Inman, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Graham Sapsura Jacobson, CAA Life Member. Ashley Noel James, cum laude, who will be presented her diploma by her father. Ernest Milton James V, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Honors Program Participant, Navy Commissionee. Ryan Matthew Janikowski. Ian Carter Jenkins, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Julian Beverly Jenkins, Jr., magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Benjamin Eugene Johnson. Brandon Wesley Johnson, CAA Life Member. Chandler Alex Johnson. Charles Jalen Johnson. Cullen Thomas Johnson, CAA Life Member. Drew Nichols Johnson, CAA Life Member. Dylan David Johnson, Navy Commissionee. Jacob Maswain Johnson, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Mason Luke Johnson, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Crosby William Jones. Peyton Thomas Jones, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Todd Parker Jones, Air Force Commissionee. Tyshana Kayana Jones, who will be presented her diploma by her grandfather. Chaston Grant Jordan. Elijah Michael Joseph. Jackson Aaron Joy, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Steele Chandler Judy. Ethan Nicholas June, CAA Life Member. Joseph Paul Justice, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Stephen Saladin Kaiser Parlett, Army Commissionee. Asa William Carney. Blake Owen Keffer, CAA Life Member. Jack Francis Kelly, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Sydney Peyton Kemp, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Callista Jenny Kanowski, Army commissionee. Joshua Gray Kenyon. Jonathan David King. Nathaniel Robert King. Colby Scott Kittner, cum laude. Rudy Lee Curvin, cum laude. Jordan Alexander Kish, cum laude, Navy commissionee. Garrett William Klein, cum laude, CAA Life member. Nicholas Keith Nabenshoe, CAA Life member. Benjamin Edward Knight, summa cum laude, Marine commissionee. Thomas Alexander Knight, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Samuel Michael Crease, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. John Michael Crosskey, cum laude, Marine commissionee. John Samuel LaRosa, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jalavion Tykel Lagroon. Evan Lee Lambert, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Peyton Brad Langford, CAA Life member. John Palmer Lanier, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Mackenzie Todd Larson, CAA Life member. Marie Helen Legallo, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Alvin V. Lee, Army commissionee. Anthony Michael Lee, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Zachary Lee Lamer. Jonathan Stone Lewis. Benjamin Lee Liggins, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Rhett Brian Linder, cum laude, CAA Life member. Nathaniel Jung Sheen Ling, summa cum laude, Honors Program participant. Sidney Michael Locke, Air Force commissionee. Avery Allen Lawless, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Tyler Edward Long, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Travis Kenneth Lott, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Will Perry Lott, CAA Life member. Aaron Jackson Love, cum laude, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Robert Henry Lowe, Army Commissionee. Maximilian James Lowry. Jet Michael Lucas Murphy, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Ezra Nain Mack, CAA Life Member. Nicolo Angelo Thomas Marchucci, CAA Life Member. Paul Samuel Marshall, Army Commissionee. Cody Allen Martin, magna cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Edwin Pruitt Martin III, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Tyler Matthew Martin, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Braden Chad Marzatelli. Madison Wetzel Matthews, magna cum laude. Edward Lee Max Sorensen, Air Force Commissionee. Charles Hyatt Mayfield, CAA Life Member. Malcolm Anthony McAllister III. Dylan Merritt McBride. Aiden Marie Elspeth McCabe, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Honors Program participant. Alexander Nicholas McCabe, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Robert Harold McCaffrey, CAA Life Member. Ireland Sophia Douglas McConnell. Rebecca Lynn McCorkindale, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Emma Lane Esther McCorkle, Army Commissionee. Edward Ronald McCormick. William Robert McDaniel. Wilson Caleb McDonald, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Dylan Carol McDowell, magna cum laude. Colin Drew McKee, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Ethan Donald McKenzie, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Joshua Lee McKenzie, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Stephen Patrick McLaughlin, Navy Commissionee. William Cochran McLaurin, Jr., CAA Life Member. Ross Allen McMillan. Kempton Douglas Metz, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Aaron Michael Melton, Navy Commissionee. Cyrus Mendez, Army Commissionee. Eric Mitchell Mendoza, CAA Life Member. Chasey Braden Mercado, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Collier Rowan Mershon. Chodapat Miti Tummapan, summa cum laude. Caleb Robert Michael, CAA Life Member. Logan Christopher Michael, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Micaiah Monet Middleton. Annabelle Lee Miller, CAA Life Member. John Robert Miller, Jr., CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Wyatt Allen Miller. Austin Blake Mims, magna cum laude, Navy Commissionee. William Cooper Minor, CAA Life Member. Noah Conrad Mitchell. Richard Ross Mitchum, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. George Cameron Mock. Cameron James Maui, cum laude. Luke Troy Montanari, CAA Life Member. Celeste Sophia Montero, magna cum laude. Olivia Grace Montgomery, Army Commissionee. Prince DeJour Moody, Jr. Hayden Everett Murray Moore, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. James Alexander Moore, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. William Barry Morin, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Henry Evans Moses. Jack Thomas Mosley, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. Hassan Alejandro Muhammad Black. Surjit Kanthra Mukherjee, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jesse Dean Murdoch, summa cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Andrew Neil Murphy, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Pierce Hammond Myrick, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Callista Valeria Nasso. Peter James Nastro. Lyman Elisha Newman, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jacob James Newton, CAA Life Member. Treyonte Isaiah Newton, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. William Thomas Noonan III, cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Brant Jensen Norris. Jacob Aston Novak, CAA Life Member, Navy commissionee. Connor James Newell, magna cum laude. Chase Jeffrey Nugness, CAA Life Member, Navy commissionee. Michael Bailey O'Brien, Army commissionee. Jonathan Sellers O'Kane, Army commissionee. Daniel Elliott O'Connor. Blake Patrick O'Quinn. Henry Allen Osborne, Army commissionee. Maximilian Joseph Oster, CAA Life Member. Ethan William Oswald, CAA Life Member. Braxton Cole Overton. James Kenneth Palmer III. Stephanie Nicole Paris, cum laude, Army commissionee. Mason Victor Patnode, Army commissionee. Isaac Glenn Patterson, cum laude, Marine commissionee. Larry Davis Pearson III. Noah Edward Pearson, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy commissionee. Blaine Jacob Pinards, cum laude, Air Force commissionee. Demarellis Angelise Perez, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jacob Allen Perkins, cum laude. Jonathan Alexander Petrovich, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Cooper Daniel Phillips, CAA Life Member. Spencer Burdette Phillips, CAA Life Member, Army commissionee. Andrew Lucas Pickens, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Benjamin Robinson Pickens IV, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jacob Andrew Pickett, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Lucy Eso Pincus, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Thomas Lloyd Pipkins, CAA Life Member. Jacob Brett Poole, Air Force commissionee. Robert David Portigello. Benjamin Prinz, cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant, Navy commissionee. Jacob Lawrence Proctor, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, Navy commissionee. Tyler Douglas Proctor. Gary Joe Pruitt III. James Tracy Pruskowski II, cum laude, CAA Life member. Jesse Lee Quimby, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant. Caleb Walter Robb, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Perry Joseph Rains, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Adam Paul Randolph, Army commissionee. Andrew James Randolph, Army commissionee. Joseph Raymond Ravago, cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Hampton David Ray, cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Joseph McAllister Reaney, CAA Life member, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Elissa Nicole Rechtenwald, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented her diploma by her father. Daniel Cleburne Reeves, CAA Life member. Reed Pinkney Rochelle, CAA Life member. Ronald Christopher Reed. Richard Derek Reuter Jr., Navy commissionee. Kevin Michael Revuelta, cum laude, Marine commissionee. Ronald Manuel Reyes, CAA Life member. Reginald Bernard Reynolds II, Army commissionee. Chase Matheson Rhodes, CAA Life member. Peter David Riazzi, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Aiden Joseph Richter. Samuel Chase Rieger, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Nathan Andrew Riley, cum laude, Marine commissionee. Ethan Aaron Robertson. Elijah Dakota Robinson. Noah Christopher Rogers, cum laude, Army commissionee. Eli Nathaniel Rodriguez, CAA Life member. Christopher Stockton Rohr, cum laude, Army commissionee. Cherise Marie Roper, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Jack Anthony Rose, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Rachel Diane Ross, CAA Life member. John Anthony Rourke, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Dante Michael Rovier, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Honors Program Participant, Army Commissionee. Juan Miguel Ruiz, Marine Commissionee. George Charles Samalas, Jr. Thaddeus Ted Pabello Sanchez, Jr., CAA Life Member. Abigail Elizabeth Sansbury, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Jacob Thomas Soroka. Thomas Lee Saunders. Nico John Savino, Army Commissionee. Josiah Grayson Sawyer. George Buckley Schlageter, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Gunther Joseph Harry Schultz. Ian Daniel Schultz, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. David Mark Seymour, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jacob Alexander Shapiro. Samuel Reed Sharness, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Blake Patrick Shope, CAA Life Member. Christopher Cullen Shorkey, CAA Life Member. Dallas Max Sharif, cum laude, Air Force Commissionee. Maxwell Richard Sibley, Army Commissionee. Evan Wayne Saida, CAA Life Member. Brianna Lee Sykes, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee, who will be presented her diploma by her father. Camille Elizabeth Simmons, Army Commissionee. Jacob Tyler Simonelli, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Dayton Thomas Simpson. Larry Alfonso Singletary, Jr., who will be presented his diploma by his father. Garrick Alexander Shevko. Charles Lewis Sizer, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Andrew Branton Smith, magna cum laude. Ethan Robert Smith, CAA Life Member. John Nash Smith, CAA Life Member. Kendall Lowe Smith. Matthew Bruce Smith, cum laude. Jacob Ryan Snavely, CAA Life Member. Braxton Ivan Snyder, CAA Life Member. Gray Michael Sobel, summa cum laude, Honors Program participant. Lucas Harry Sotile. Kayleese Mary Spalding, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Mitchell Caleb Speedy. Brady James Spence, magna cum laude. Jacob Graham Sperry, CAA Life Member. Javante Anthony Spratley, Air Force Commissionee. Wyatt Augustine Spurrier. Jackson Marion Stansel, summa cum laude. William Covington Stanley, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jimmy Harold Starling III. Sidney Nathaniel Starr, CAA Life Member. Joshua Barrett Stanton. David Howard Stem III, cum laude. Callan John Stevens, magna cum laude, Navy Commissionee. Ryan Thomas Stevens, CAA Life Member. Breton Daniel Stevens, CAA Life Member. Natalie Rose Stewart, magna cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Ryan Mills Stewart. Brady Edward Stone, magna cum laude. Lawrence Story III. Brendan Thomas Sullivan, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Christopher Daniel Sullivan, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Spencer Michael Suter. James Joseph Sweeney, CAA Life Member. Taylor Rose Swiger, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Garrison Payne Swope, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Ethan Jerome Taddy, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. William Ray Tagg, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Brett Lewis Taylor. Chase Lance Taylor. Claire Marie Thomas, cum laude. Cody William Thomas, CAA Life Member. Logan Andrew Thompson, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. Jeremy Allen Thompson, cum laude. Nathan Davis Turpak, cum laude, Army commissionee. Timothy Charles Toomer, Jr. Noah Michael Trayer. Ivan Du Tran. Logan Allen Triber, cum laude, Army commissionee. David Vadievich Turasov, cum laude. Stephen Tate Valentine, Army commissionee. Ethan Cole Van Hall, CAA Life member. Adger Brian Vanador, Jr., cum laude, CAA Life member. James Brennan Vincent, CAA Life member. Kellen Eric Von Hoven, Army commissionee. Michael Joseph Voorhees, Navy commissionee. Garrett Joe Walkendorfer. Braden Lewis Walker. Jack Bradley Walker, magna cum laude. Bryant Christian Wallace, CAA Life member. Cooper Reed Wallace, summa cum laude. Joshua Hugh Wallen, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant. Patrick Johann Walsh, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Gregory Neil Walters, Jr., cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Yu Ching Wong, cum laude. Cameron Rogers Ward. Clifton James Warren, CAA Life member. Stephen Scott Warren, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. William Bryce Waters, CAA Life member. Caleb Edward Watson, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Lauren Ashley Watts. Braxton Neil Weaver, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Christopher Richard Werder. Jason Christopher Wheeler, Jr., cum laude, Army commissionee. Jordan Parker White. Stephen Lamont White, Jr., magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Jillian Day Wiggins, cum laude. Jeremy Luke Wilkes. Mason Coleman Wilkinson, magna cum laude. Kevin Douglas Williams, Army commissionee. Kevin Lamont Williams II. Hayden O'Quinn Williamson, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Ethan Kieran Willis. Clayton Randolph Stone Wilson, CAA Life member. Eric Michael Wilson Jr., CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. James Clark Wilson, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Jack Thomas Winter, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Madeline Claire Wojciechowski, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Grace Esther Wolf, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Zachary Paul Woodkitz. Thomas Arthur Wyatt. Susika Used. Peter Frederick Young III, CAA Life member. Maximilian James Zappendorf, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Michael John Zavala, Army commissionee. Sarah Zalea.
Coming to a college like this one is not a light decision to make. So normally, people research intensively about what to expect and what they may be getting into. I, on the other hand, did not. I found out about the Citadel through my dad, who told me that when he was in the Marines and stationed in Parris Island, he used to go to Charleston, where it was common to hang out with Citadel cadets. And I'm sure you can imagine what that was like. I did a Google search, found the Citadel's website, thought it looked pretty cool, and on a whim applied and decided that's where I wanted to go. Now remember, I didn't visit the campus before matriculation day, so I'm sure many of you can imagine the culture shock of entering Lassane Gate for the first time and seeing these towering buildings. I will never forget lining up on our squad lines for the first time, and as the rain fell, these figures in full uniform with dark rain gear stood silently in front of us. We had just been dropped off by our families, and it was clearly obvious that these ominous figures were a part of the South Carolina Corps of Cadets. And it was painfully obvious that we were not part of the South Carolina Corps of Cadets. In that silence, I started asking myself questions like, what did I get myself into? And am I supposed to be here? But now thinking about it, I'm sure lots of us asked ourselves those same questions on that day. But that troubled moment turned into the experience of a lifetime. And although I'm very nervous about giving this speech, and I may shed a tear or two, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I'd like to share a few moments we went through as a class that built us into who we are today and prepared us for the future to come. The class of 2023 has been through a lot. The global pandemic of COVID-19 arrived during our knob year. So while the world was worried about toilet paper and filling up their cars, we were worried about our next shine party and who might be on the stairs next. Now, I may be a bit biased, but I think we had one of the best recognition days. Because of COVID, we were not able to have our family and friends there cheering us on. But it didn't matter because we had each other side by side pushing through. Sophomore year was not any easier though. We had new protocols to stay safe during COVID and couldn't visit each other's rooms. And on top of that was the sophomore shuffle. We were shuffled to new companies and new battalions just as we were getting used to our old ones. Now, I don't know about you, but I suddenly started to enjoy the food at mess because it gave me a chance to catch up with friends and laugh despite everything that was going on around us. But it was all worth it. Receiving our band of gold this year was one of those moments we will never forget. Taking off that white glove and finally placing that ring on our finger was a feeling that is indescribable. These moments link us together for the rest of our lives. I want to close by sharing with everyone a saying my mom used to tell my brother and I when we were growing up. Whenever we complained about something we didn't like or didn't want to do, she would always say, "Es por tu bien." It means it's for your own good. I heard it countless times and I hated it because it meant I just had to accept and deal with whatever was happening at that time. When I came here, I thought I left that saying behind. But whenever I spoke to my mom and complained about the Citadel, she would always say, "Es por tu bien." It's for your own good. Now that I think about it, "Es por tu bien" is the perfect way to look at our time here. We knew that attending the Citadel would not be an easy task, and that there would be lots of things we didn't like or agree with. But in the end, it was for our own good. For the rest of our lives, what we have endured here was for our own good. It has prepared us to endure whatever life will throw at us. I want to thank my parents, my brother, and the relationships I built that helped me get through it all. And I also want to thank the Citadel for giving us a place we can always call home and a group of people we can always call a family. So, if you're just now tuning in as I reach the end of this speech, I know I want to graduate and leave just as much as you do. Let us take a moment to appreciate each other for the final time we will all be together. We are a family, not just right now, but forever. Thank you.
Let's give the class of 2023 one more round of applause. Congratulations! Woo! And welcome to the ranks of the Citadel alumni. It is now my pleasure to call upon the president of the Citadel Alumni Association, John McLear, class of 1972, to initiate the class of 2023 into the ranks of the long gray line. Please come forward.
Good morning. In a matter of moments, you'll all be Citadel grads and alumni from this great institution. You chose this path 4 years ago because you wanted a different college experience, one that would prepare you for the many challenges and opportunities that life has to offer. You all chose wisely. During the past 4 years, you've had the opportunity to develop bonds and relationships with your classmates. Speaking from experience, I can tell you those bonds will last a lifetime. Going forward, begin developing relationships with your fellow alumni. Don't miss an opportunity to connect. If you see another Citadel ring, make it a point to speak. A number of years ago, I was standing in the Starbucks line at Atlanta Airport early one morning when a voice behind me said, "Did you get that ring at a pawn shop?" I turned around and thought, what the heck? It was a Delta captain grinning from ear to ear with his hand out. "What class, sir?" You'll have plenty of these chance encounters in the coming years. Enjoy and take the opportunity to make the connection. The mission of the Alumni Association is to support the college and our alumni. Last year, we provided $785,000 in cadet financial aid, ROTC scholarships, and unrestricted gifts. This year, that number will reach $800,000. By joining the Alumni Association, and staying engaged, you'll continue your connection of our beloved alma mater. Back in October, you received your rings. You've worn them with your class initials facing towards you. It's a constant reminder that you're members of the class of 2023. Momentarily and on my command, you're going to turn those around, stating to the world that you're Citadel grads. But before we execute that time-honored tradition, I ask you to consider this. The ring is a symbol to all that you're Citadel grads. Don't just wear the ring, be the ring. Let your actions define who you are. And now the moment has come. Remove your glove finger ring. Remove the glove from your ringer. Remove your glove. Now, remove your ring, that band of gold. Turn it around. Replace it back on your finger. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2023, congratulations and welcome to the long gray line of Citadel alumni. Good luck and Godspeed.
Will the audience and graduates please rise for the singing of the alma mater? And most importantly, please remain standing for one final order from General Walters. The words to the alma mater are printed on the back inside cover of the program.
Wait for it. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no recessional. You'll figure that out here in a minute. But there remains one event to conclude this ceremony. It is my honor and my pleasure to give this final order on this academic year. Class of 2023, dismissed!